Hello, hello, hello. This is Dr. Badvibes, and I have news. And today I was struggling with what should I talk about? I don't know what to talk about. But the hero that we all deserve but don't need is Florida Man. So let's see what Florida Man's up to. Florida Man had quite the quite the outing. So a Florida man in a Dalmatian onesie outruns troopers, tasers, and canines. So we'll check out the gallery and everything at the end. A Florida man in a Dalmatian onesie escaped Florida highway troopers in Pasco County with one hand cuffed after a traffic stop. Before they caught up with him the following day. Wow, he ran for a long time, huh? So Florida Highway Patrol said they attempted to pull over a reckless driver, later identified as so-and-so. I don't want to say names. The vehicle took off at a high rate of speed, stopping once to drop off a passenger before speeding off again. The vehicle eventually crashed into a tree, with the man bailing from the car before troopers tased him to the ground, per the criminal probable cause affidavit. Troopers say that he began fighting the trooper on the road, pushing and struggling with him on the ground and attempting to flee. The suspect got away with one hand cuffed and sprinted towards his residence on Girard Road. The trooper observed him run into the forest and waited for backup. When backup arrived, a K9 was deployed and the dog led law enforcement to the home. He may have confused them. They thought he was one of their own with the Dalmatian onesie. Clever disguise. The trooper said she told him she did not want anyone in the home, including her boyfriend, because there are drugs in the home and she doesn't want to go to jail. Okay, that's the way to handle that. An arrest warrant was filed and police returned to the home the next morning, detaining him and booking him for reckless driving, fleeing, assault of law enforcement, resisting with violence, and possession of methamphetamine, among other charges. I'm surprised he had that. So let's take a look. We got some photos. Here is, let me see, I'll make it a little bigger. There we go. There he is when they found him. So some people go to Florida to see Cruella de Vil, but they have Cruella de Vil at home, or the Temu Cruella de Vil. I bet that's not even real Dalmatian. And it seems he ran so fast he did the full-on Hanna-Barbera Scooby-Doo run where he took off so fast he left his shoes behind. And also his vehicle. It's like, at that point, how do you not know that they're going to figure out who you are? And I guess he was in a hurry to do some science experiments. That's totally what that is. We're just doing some science. But yeah, so that's how that one ended. With last and definitely not least, let's see what the video says.
Thank you. We've got a couple stories now that you might just have to laugh about.
I love that they have their own Florida Man graphic now.
Florida Man story. A Florida man dressed in a Dalmatian onesie is now held in his own cage after fleeing troopers in a vehicle, then running away with one handcuff on. Florida Highway Patrol says he was speeding and swerving all over the roads. As soon as police turned on lights and sirens, 36-year-old Dylan Keith Devereaux took off, at one point even dropping off a passenger and then taking off again.
He was afraid they were going to copy his science homework.
Pushed the trooper and began to run towards his home with one handcuff on. Devereaux was eventually arrested and taken to jail. Not quite sure why he was wearing the Dalmatian onesie.
That's my biggest question.
Bad look.
It's not great.
Well, that was the thing. Thank you, Florida Man. Thank you for your science experiments that apparently gave you super speed and super strength. And don't come near us, please. Stay home. Anyways, that was the silly news that, that just happened to fall in my lap. See you next time.